This is the Pedal Pro Fish 2.9 metre pedal kayak from Base Sports. It's in the shorter range of the pedal kayak range at 2.9 metres in length. So what makes this particular model stand out is it's quite a nimble shape compared to most of the other pedal kayaks, which are generally wide for an extended midsection, giving you really good stability. This particular one has a bit of a balance of both worlds, where it tapers more towards the bow and towards the stern more sharply, which allows it to be really nimble. With the rudder system at the rear, it turns absolutely on a dime. So the Pedal Pro Fish in particular has really thick side walls, as you can see here, which gives it really good secondary stability. So if you're sitting out on the water and you get boats going past creating some boat wash and waves, these thick side walls acting as sort of pontoons provide really good secondary stability. So it's a great fishing kayak, especially for those who are wanting pedal power. Measuring in at just 2.85 metres, it means it's quite lightweight, weighing at 27 kilos, so easily a one-person lift. Also makes it easy for lifting and putting up onto the vehicle roof. So also putting it into storage, you don't need a huge amount of space, so great for those living in apartments or with just limited storage space. The 27 kilo weight means it's quite manageable for one person to lift up, even with the additional pedal drive system fitted. Starting at the very front, you have the T handle, which is a grab carry handle. Then you've got the trapezoidal front storage hatch. Has about 10 litres of storage capacity in there. So you can put your fresh fish in there, your fresh catch, or any other gear that you would like to store in there. So about 10 litres of storage in the front there with a little bungee cord to keep that secure whilst out paddling. As we move into the cockpit, you've got the fantastic flat pedal drive system. In terms of the seating position, with the foot pedals pushed all the way on setting number 7, which is the farthest back position, and the seat on the farthest back position here, can fit a paddler up to about 6'3" comfortably. For the shorter paddlers, you can adjust the seat forward and also a more elevated position, as well as adjusting the foot pedals all the way forward to setting number 1. So then you'll have a distance of just around 68 centimetres between here. So you can fit shorter paddlers, great for kids kayak, though with it adjusted all the way back, and the foot pedals on setting number 7, up to a 6'3" in height paddler will enjoy this type of kayak. You've got the 2 track rails here which are running along down on either side. Included is a fishing rod holder, and that mounts on the base mount here, which goes into the 2 track rail pieces in here, allowing you to adjust the position along the track rail so you can set it up for the best spot that you want to cast. You can also put on almost any different type of mount, from Railblazer for example, so you can mount your phone, you can mount your fish finder screen as well. If you intend on setting up a battery or a sounder as well, you can run all the cables through the hull and essentially use your track rails for whatever setup and whatever devices you want to have on board. There's a whole bunch of drain plugs located down the kayak, so if you do get any water into the cockpit, some boat wash overboard, you do have these drain plugs here, which will allow you to drain the water back down through these holes whilst you're pedaling along. In the middle here, got a 7-litre twist lock hatch with a removable inner bag, so you can store plenty of gear in the hull if you want to go out for a multi-day or take a lot of gear out for a single-day trip. So that one there is nicely accessible in front of the seat, and the new design has this rectangular hatch just for increased storage capacity. As for the seat, as mentioned before, you can sit in an elevated position if you want to sit up a bit higher, reducing the tension in your hips. So essentially sitting up higher means you're not sitting as flat to the pedals, so it just alleviates any tension or pressure in your hips. Alternatively, you can put it back here, which you're sitting in a bit of a lower position, which increases your stability on the water because your center of gravity is lower. The seat itself, you can adjust using these straps here for a more upright position, or just release it for a more laid back afternoon pedal position. Very comfortable and sturdy seat with an aluminium frame and padded mesh. So if you do get water in here, the water will drain back and so you're not sitting having a wet bum. On the left-hand side is your rudder control arm. This is what controls the drop-down rudder system. So if you want to turn left, you pull left. If you want to go right, you pull right. On the right-hand side is your rudder control with a toggle, which has a little teeth grab here. On the side, you also have your paddle keeper, so you can pop your paddle underneath there and hook it on. So especially whilst launching out from the beach or wherever you're launching from, before you deploy your rudder system and your pedal drive system, which needs about 40 centimeters of depth, so sort of up to your shins, you can use your paddle to get you out. As well as just as backup in case there's any issue with your pedal drive system, you've always got the safety of a kayak paddle to get you back to safety. In the rear, you have your top cover. This is designed to go where the pedal drive system is when not using your pedal drive system. So you can quickly remove your pedal drive system, slot in your top cover, and essentially just go out and for a normal paddle if you don't wish to use your legs. So that top cover comes included with the kayak. The rear section has around 15 litres of volume capacity. So you can actually put an esky in here or just a dry bag, and also has versatile bungee cord so you can change its configuration depending on what you want to secure and take out with you. So a good amount of storage space there for an all-day trip, as well as internal storage space inside the hull. Just behind and underneath the seat is another bungee cord, so you can actually loop that through the metal bar on your stadium seat and attach it on there. So if anything happens and you happen to capsize, your seat's not going to go anywhere. It's going to stay safely and secure on the kayak, while your paddle will still be kept secure with the little paddle holder there. Towards the very back, there's the housing cover here, which opens for hull access. So if you do wish to install, say, a stern-mounted electric motor, you can, and it allows you to run cables from the housing, access inside, so you can run the cabling from the electric motor through to your battery. Whether you want to store your battery in this compartment or the front, this is your access housing for that. The very rear, you've got another T-grab handle for carrying, as well as the drain bug plug to let any excess water out of the hull, as well as letting air escape that builds up inside the hull from a hot day. The very rear, we've got this fantastic rudder system. It's got a very deep blade, which sits deep in the water, providing really good power and control. So you're going to have maximum maneuverability. On testing, we found this thing very responsive in terms of how sharp it can turn. So it's ideal if you're going in areas which are more narrow, like narrow bodies of water, or even between boats if you're trying to get through and out to your favourite fishing spot. You might be navigating boats or other watercraft in your way, and this one here has a very tight turning circle, so it makes it a really nimble and easy to control pedal kayak. So this rudder system here is very, very good. On the sides here, you have the very durable kayak handles with a rubberized grip on them. It's actually got grooves underneath here which mold to your fingers. So they're very comfortable to grab and carry, especially if you're going to be carrying it single-handedly down to the beach, for example. That is, the extra mold grips in here make it extra comfortable to carry, so it doesn't make your hand feel like it's going to drop off. There's also 4 flush-mounted rod holders, 2 just in front of the seat and 2 directly behind it. So you can put in tons of fishing rods. You can have 4 in here if you like, plus more in the track rails. Especially good if you're going to be trawling whilst you're out pedaling, catch a few extra fish that way. Or simply in summer when it's belting hot, you can always put an umbrella in there so you've got some nice shade out of the sun.